Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how to write awesome bass lines. So we have here a melody, a blues melody at the top, piano chords here for a 12-bar blues in C. So 4 bars of C, 2 of F, 2 of C, 1 G, 1 F, 1 C, 1 G. So let's get into it. So no bass line as yet, so that's a bit boring. It sounds a little bit like this so far. Okay, bit boring. So what we want to do is write a bass line. Now we want to drive it along a bit, okay? So we want at least having crotchets or quarter notes with every bar. So let's start with that. We'll just put 4 crotchets in here. So the most simplest, I might just put these on. The simplest thing we want to do is just have the root note. This is a C chord. You can see it's C chord here. 4 C chords would be absolutely adequate. So press C, 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 and that'll be fine. Alright, and we can do a quick copy and paste, click in the bar, Control C or edit copy. I'll just use the shortcut from here on in, Control C, boom, Control V, Control V. And then also heaps better. Okay, and we can continue on. Now obviously F chord changes to F, the bass line needs to change to F2, but I might just do this. Do them all. Control C, click the first one, Control V, then I'll bump these up just with the up arrow on my typing keyboard to the F note there. Alright, back to C, then I'll maybe just do the same here. Here obviously we've got the G, so up to the G note there, that one, the F, C, and the G. Cool. Okay, so that will all now be okay, cool. So already the piece has got a whole lot more drive. Okay, just by using the tonic or the root note of each chord on each beat. So that's great. So other tricks we can do include using the notes of the chord in the bass line. So one might be simple as this, don't, and going up to the 5. Watch this. Might do it again here. So 1, 1, 5, 1 or C, C, G, C. Okay, is a good way to do it. You also notice there's an E note or the third of the chord in there as well. Put that in there. So that's okay. If you want to do that. And we've added a dominant 7th here, the B flat, so that'll be nice too. Up here and flatten it because we don't want a natural. So that sounds okay. So all of these ideas will work for each chord. So because we've got C for such a long time here, we don't necessarily need to start the tonic at the start of each bar like we normally would. Like for example here, because the chord changes in each bar, you always want to start the tonic at the start of each bar. But over here, not so much. So you have the option of not doing that. So what we might do here is do what we call the classic rock and roll bass line. Actually bring this down to an A, or the 6th, and then put that one up to the B flat. To get that whole rock and roll sound, let's have a listen to that. Okay, da 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 da. Classic rock and roll thing, back to Elvis and Scotty Moore and all those guys, and before, of course. So there we go, and just copy and paste that again, and you can just keep that same pattern going if you want to. Right click, copy down here, we'll paste it, but we'll just bump it up or down to whatever chord you're doing. So we just bump it up 4, 5 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should sound good. Let's find out. Might need to change it a bit. Just fast forward a bit. Cool, worked great. So we can keep that going now too. And here we might just stay on the root notes. Maybe that'll sound good. Okay. Whoops. I'm not sure what's going on there. Might just go to here though. Anyway, I've not encountered such thing before. There we go. Okay, so that's a really great rock and roll bass line. Okay, using the 1, 3, 5, 6, flat 7, 6, 5, 3, and repeat. So that sounds awesome. Here's a brand new idea. Here's a new one. So we can also add what we call chromatic notes. So we could play notes that are outside the chord of the scale if we know they're about to be resolved. So what that means is, for example, here we've got this F note. Now we could use, for example, this note could actually be an F sharp. Now we know that F sharp is not actually in a C chord or an F chord, but it's one semitone away from F. So let's move that there to an F, make it sharp. Okay, sounds kind of odd already, doesn't it? But what's going to happen is that it's going to sound awkward for that one beat, but then it will immediately resolve down to this F here. Let's listen. Listening for this note here. Alright, if you wanted to keep it kind of going that way, you could even do a funny one. Yeah. That would be another really odd choice, but it'll kind of work. It's a big jump from here to here. But I think that'll kind of work in its own sort of way. Okay, to me that worked great. Again, that's about to go to a G sharp, G rather, so you can either make it a G sharp, down, 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 or go below the note to an F sharp if you want to. Down, down, down. That'll go nicely to the G. Let's hear it. Cool. Alright, so that's a bunch of ideas you can use for your notes. Lastly, let's just talk about a change of rhythm. So these are all crotches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I often like adding a quaver on the, or 2 quavers on the end of a fourth note in a bar. I'll just grab my guitar. So something like a, excuse my tuning, it's here that I'm flat. That kind of thing. So if you've added swing to your track, you can maybe I might make that into a quaver. There's other ways of doing it. I'll make this one here a B natural. Because there's a B flat there in the bar, so. Cool, and maybe I'll just bring that back to where it was, make that into a quaver, make that one the B. Okay, and that should sound cool. Alright, so adding that little quaver there on the 4th beat is nice too. Some people prefer to play that like adding a dot, make it more jagged, that rhythm. And that's fine too. If you want to make it boom, 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 that's fine. There's actually not much difference between a triplet quaver and that dotted quaver and semi-quaver and straight. Yeah. Alright, so that's lots of ideas for your bass line, and I hope you find that useful. Thanks.